Hi team, how deep do your roots go? How deep do your foundations lie? Growing up, one of the vivid memories I have was of mum and dad's garden, their veggie patch. So my parents and my family all come from Croatia. I was born here, so I'm an Aussie trapped in a European man's body with an impossible surname to pronounce. It's Krinjake, by the way, or Krinjaic if you want to be really authentic about it. And one of the great memories I have was this amazing produce that mum and dad's garden would put on our plates every lunch, every dinner during the right season. And mum had this knack of just looking at a bit of soil with a seed in it and suddenly it would just sprout and flower. And today we pay premium prices for organic food, but back then every day was a real treat for us as a family. And years ago, I had the opportunity to visit my relatives in Croatia and learn firsthand about some of the customs and cultural influences that I saw growing up. And when I visited my mum's brother, he had this amazing walnut tree on his property. And the thing about walnut trees and my mum is that it's the only thing she couldn't quite crack the code with. Our walnut tree in our backyard was pretty anemic, only grew a handful of walnuts each season, and they're pretty puny. My uncle's walnut tree was kind of like a small oak. It was just real solid, had clusters of really big walnuts there for the taking, and I had to ask him what the secret was so that I could pass it on to my mum. And anyway, he told me that before he planted the seeds, he dug a huge hole and then with his tractor dragged a boulder across the property, buried it deep down inside the hole, backfilled it with dirt and then planted his seeds. With the idea being that the moisture in the soil gathers around the boulder that's deep down beneath it. And so when the seed starts to sprout, the root system works its way all the way down to this moisture surrounding the boulder. And so with this huge root system beneath the surface, the size and the fruitfulness of the tree above was something else. It was almost Garden of Eden-esque, if I have to be honest with you. Huge. And it made me wonder, well, what kinds of root systems and foundations that do people have that account for the success and the fruit that they produce in their lives? Now, I'm not using the word success because what does success mean? It means money for one person and it means a peaceful family home for another person. It can mean a whole range of different things. But when we think about the fruit that people produce, it could be in their character, it could be in what they've accomplished in business, it could be how they show up as leaders, it could be the kind of expertise they apply to a single speciality in their life. What is it? What are the deep roots and the foundations that sit behind those people that separates them from everybody else, that makes them a cut above the rest? What are the deep roots and deep foundations that maybe you take for granted that are a key part of your success, that are a key part of your effectiveness, that are a key part of your core strength and your core values, that have helped you weather blizzards and storms in career and life, things that have helped you keep going when others have given up, the things that have helped you stay standing when others have fallen away, and the things that account and count towards your integrity, expertise, and the other wonderful things that people might see in you, both professionally but also relationally. I'm open to advice. I'd love to hear and understand what it takes to develop deep roots and deep foundations as a person and as a professional. Please leave a comment for me and for others to benefit below. Thanks.